Hey Aries seekers, happy birthday. So many planets in your sign: Jupiter, Chiron, Mercury, the Sun, and as we speak, the Moon. That's a double, triple, quadruple birthday. All eyes on you. How does it feel? You're actually initiating the new year, so happy 2023. Queen of Pentacles, and maybe you'll be feeling it in Taurus season in May, or end of April is coming through strongly. Finding the home within oneself. That's what the Queen of Pentacles is about. Knowing who you are, knowing what you are. Hence, it will be impossible to not have a home or know your home. If you know yourself, you know your place. And maybe you have a lot of places because you have a lot of selves, and that's okay too. Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Seven of Swords. You are running away from your own tendencies to overthink something good and warp it into something not as good as it should be, because you put haste and strategy into it, which is an interesting combination. You strategize the dynamic fast, you act upon it hastily, and then it doesn't work as well as you hoped. And it's something that you tend to do a lot. Maybe it's time to realize it and stop. Maybe it's time to treat this Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and now Four of Wands for what it really is. Something good, an opportunity to build something lasting and joyous with someone lasting and joyous, with whom there's a genuine, sincere connection. You just really want to get there. I hear you. You already feel it. You already feel the results. You already see what it can be, and you want to be in that story. But this story needs to be written page by page by page. And it needs to, and the characters need to be allowed to, have a life of their own and show themselves to you. You are not the narrator of this, because they are the narrator of their own life. You are writing this together. If you're trying to write a dynamic between you and another person on your own, it's like treating them as if they are a puppet. They are not your puppet. They are not your character to write. You are both to be written together. And that is actually quite romantic. And the most practical. Because if you think to yourself, but if I'll just write it myself, if I'll maneuver the dynamic between us, then things will happen in the best way possible. Right. But you don't know everything about them. You don't have all the variables. They are their own universe, So you will miss out on something. It will belittle them. It will belittle what the two of you can be or what the story can be. Four equal wands. He's holding the majority of the thought process, strategic process. He has 5 swords, and 2 he's leaving behind for the other person. Here, you can take care of this. Does he look stable and happy, or anxious and unstable? As opposed to here, where everyone has common ground and mutual respect, and they look happy. Your season so far seems so good. Active, dynamic, hopeful, joyous, belong. There's something that you're a part of, or you will be a part of, that will give you great satisfaction. Show us more, please, for my Aries seekers, seers, existential shifters. Welcome to where you belong. And if you're new, or if you're a muggle that just stumbled upon this space, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. My name is Morgainne. This is The Shift. And this is your story for April. Okay. Oof. Drum rolls for drama. Some dramatic effects. Temperance, Hangman, Justice, and Nine of Swords. A structure of faith demands change. You have given it every perspective and every possibility and every opportunity possible. You've given it your soul, your heart, your mind, your spirit, your karma. Maybe you've even sworn in. It has brought you or is bringing you heavy burdens of obligation, of guilt, possible shame. A lot of suffering in the name of something greater. That something greater is bullcrap. Someone maybe is promising you false promises, or you're promising yourself false promises. Four of Swords, Two of Swords, Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Be careful of joining a cult or trusting a cult, not a cult, something different. A cult. Be careful of joining a cult. Or something along those lines, something that presents itself as wise and spiritual maybe, or I'm picking up like charity, form of charity. We're charitable, right? We're so good like that. Uh, maybe you're finding out all kinds of misdeeds or corruption or deceit, or you're looking at it in a completely different perspective. This seems like a completely different um, story than what we started with. I'm gonna write down for the caption so I don't forget. Are to be written together. That's the first, and then I don't know that I'll have room. Structure, faith, demands change. And trust me, this is something you want to hear your spirit out on. You don't be quick to swear in. Some of you, this is a matter of a divorce or I'm picking up on a settlement or a separation or something with legalities that have been dragging for a very long time. You thought, or they thought, if I'll just wait, if I'll just try again, if I'll just hold on, we can fix it, we can heal it. But it's not coming from a place of trying to actually fix things. It's coming from a place of holding on to something and refusing to let go of karma. This is something that has been karmic in your life, karmic relationship, dynamic, situation. Um, and the lesson is over. Like, the lesson is complete, the experience is completed, but you're holding on to the story of it as if it's the story of your life, hence you must save it. No. And if you, this is one of those things, like the tower is shouting from this reading, even though the tower is not on the table, but it's like it's screaming. And so is the death card, because we have 11, 12, and then 14. It's like, where's the 13, right? But honestly, the death card, the devil, and the tower, none of them is on the table, but all three of them are on the table. And it says, surrender to the change, Maybe some of you are very traditional or religious, hence you hold on to the structure of marriage, or if it's not marriage, if it's not romantic, then an oath of some sort that you made to an establishment or an organization or a charity or a community, could be a church, could be a house of worship of some sort. Um, but it's brought you, it is has brought you and is still bringing you nothing but anxiety and heartache and fear. Love and faith are supposed to uplift us and fill us with joy. If it gives you nothing but anxiety, fear, shame, pain, disappointment, and the death, devil, and the tower that are seemingly not on the table are yelling at this reading to be like, if you won't hear it in the whisper, you'll hear it in the shout. So the universe will deliver more and more difficult experiences until you realize that whatever this is, you need to let go of. Because if you let go of it, you have a parachute and you have a soft landing. But if it lets go of you, it's a smack drop. Ah! Look at what's on the other corner. Look at what's around the corner. Eight of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. Fantastic. So, for those of you who are dealing with the process of divorce, separation, etc., there is a chapter B that is very happy, that is actually going to come in for you very fast. This is going straight into like chapter B, or if you're not in chapter A, then this is chapter A possibly. There's like a family situation. If this is not romance, if this could be actually family, like a get together of family members, cousins, uncles. There's a reconnection with family members that are good to you and good for you. Maybe there has been many misunderstandings or some fallouts or some sacrifices. Maybe you've been on the sacrificing end or sacrificed. Ooh. Ah, okay, okay, okay. This is taking a turn. Some of you feel like you've been sacrificed by your family, thrown under the bus, used as a scapegoat. I sure hope no one actually tried to sacrifice you. What? They're a ram. It's like a lamb. What? No one sacrifices Aries, please, thank you. Dismissible. They'll be fine. They'll figure it out. That's what I'm picking up on some people that may have like, you know, treated you like that. Like they were reckless with your life and with your heart because they figured you'll be fine. The fuck is that? What does that even mean? Like even if you'll be fine, why does that mean that you deserve to go through that, right? That makes no freaking sense. Oh, they'll be okay, so we can do that to them. They heal fast, so let's give them a burn. What? No, that's not. Your strength should not be used against you, especially not with gaslighting. Oh, but you're so strong. I knew you'll be fine because you're so resourceful. You know, like when they turn it into a compliment. And then they're like, "No, I wasn't gaslighting you. I was just being positive. I was trying to to help you see the positivity in it, so you won't be in so much pain after what I did to you, with thoughtlessness and recklessness." Funny. Maybe this structure of faith that demands change is your trust in terrible people, corrupt people, nasty ass, lazy ass people, just because they symbolize something. You know, sometimes, and this applies to all seekers, sometimes when we are a certain thing for a while and then we grow out of it and change. Let's say when we were young, we stole, right? Or we did some bad stuff. But now we've grown up, we've done the work, we're better people now. We don't do these things. We even regret them. But let's say this is you, right? And then you meet a person or you have someone in your life and they're doing the same things that you have done that you no longer do. But you excuse them because excusing them means excusing who you were. Because by excusing who you were, you can elevate shame. Because if you're like forgiving them, then you have to forgive yourself. But here's the thing, you can forgive yourself and be accountable. You don't have to like throw out responsibility in order to forgive yourself. Quite the opposite. Forgiveness is about understanding what you've done or what someone else has done and forgiving them with that. Otherwise, if you just tell yourself that it didn't happen or they didn't mean it that way, what's there to forgive? It's not really forgiveness as much as it is denial. Mm? So you're in denial to things that you've done in the past because you feel guilty over it. So you'd rather tell yourself that you were just this and just that. And it's partially true, yes, but the first thing you want to do is take accountability and be like, yeah, when I stole that or when I did that, that hurt that person. That was damaging to that person. And I wish I hadn't done that and I'm not doing that anymore. That's accountability. That's growth. As opposed to having someone in, and then when you admit that to yourself, when you're accountable to that, then when you have someone in your life that does that shit, you're not able to enable them. You're not able to excuse them. You're like, wait, when I did that, that was wrong of me, and I no longer do that. So when they do this now, that is wrong of them. If you take accountability, if you're accountable to yourself, you're able to hold others accountable. And when people are like forgiving to everything, when they're like, oh, they didn't mean it like that, or oh, I'm sure they had good intentions, or oh, it's probably coming from the right place. And it's so like, because allegedly surface level, it's like they're super positive and loving and forgiving. No, no, what they're doing is showing me that they do all this crap, but by being, forgiving to others who do that, they're just excusing themselves. The reason I hold people accountable for bullshit is because I hold myself accountable for bullshit. And the reason someone might excuse others doing shit even to them, hurting them, if let's say it's you, I don't know, but let's say you're excusing someone's hurting you or doing things to you and you're like, oh no, it's not personal, oh no, it's because of their issue, or oh, it's not about me, it's about them. Yeah, but it's also about you. Okay, because if they steal from you, yeah, it's their issue, but it's also about you because it is personal, because you personally suffer from that. You personally experience a loss because of that. That's the bottom line. It's both not personal and personal. But if you tell yourself it's not personal, it's not their fault, it's not about me, you'll stay there. You'll stay there, right? You'll be like, well, they didn't do it purposefully to me. It's not against me. It's not about me. You'll just stick around there for more. And you definitely won't put them in their place, which will enable them and make them keep doing whatever it is they're doing to you and then to others. Stop excusing others, calling it forgiveness and love while it's actually excusing yourself because you can't take accountability for shit you've done because you feel guilty. Feel a little bit guilty, be accountable, process, get over it. Next. But you won't be able to get over it if you keep telling yourself it didn't happen like that. It happened like that. So, this group of people, be it family members, a partner, whatever the case may be, throw you under the bus, take advantage of you, treat you like shit, take you for granted, string you along, demand things that they're themselves not giving, and you let them. It all comes down to self-love. If you love yourself, you don't let shit like that happen to you. And if you still let people treat you that way, you don't love yourself. Work on loving yourself. And how do you work on loving yourself? By accepting the positive with the negative within you. Not denying it, not hiding it, not running away from it. Working with it. Manure. Turn the shit into, I don't know, a new tree. But you can't really create a compost if shit doesn't exist. And if it doesn't stink, you know? No, it's not there. It doesn't exist. It doesn't stink. It's not gross. It's there. It stinks. It exists. Okay, now that you admit it, now you can turn it into compost. Fixing my hair elegantly as I talk about shit. Fucking hysterical. Bum, bum, bum. Anything else for April, for Aries? Seven of Pentacles. If you've uh, concluded disappointment from the reading, from the messages, you haven't listened. Watch this reading again. Page of Pentacles and Four of Cups. You insist on staying in the insecurity and in the disappointment. Nitpicking. What's wrong? What can go wrong? When there are so many things you can build with. But only if you full on go to what is wrong with what this person or these people have done or the way they're behaving. And then full blown bring forth accountability to everyone involved. Be super, super expressive. Say what you have to say. Oh, I love that we have poles here and poles here. Beautiful. There's a lot of power on the table, a lot of wisdom and a lot of power. You just gotta be sworn into that, you know? 7 days free trial over on Patreon. Link is below. 90 classes of Tarot Masterclass Bunkai, where I teach you how to be a Tarochi. All the Karmic Shift and Liberation Project for all the signs. And daily rune messages. Check it out. Stay magic. Stay true. And I do love you.